Guys, I believe it's our success or failures in our hands, and we can blame our problems on anything. But what we got to do is just take a look at ourselves, and just had a meeting. And I said to our coaches that we got to do something different. We got to do something different, get our guys back on track. And then coming up with this game with UConn, we're gonna have to go and we're gonna have to play our best because we're just not at the point right now where we feel like we can just go in and just you can't ever go through the motion, and you got to be at your best and you got to play at your best. And it's a good conference game for us, and it's on the road, and we're gonna have to go pack our defense. We're gonna have to play really good on defense, but when the opportunities come, we're gonna have to make plays. And we just can't. We're gonna have some guys need to step up, but offensively, we're gonna have to move the football. We're gonna have to get first downs, which will generate into big plays and touchdowns for us. But right now we gotta get it on track. It can be fixed, and we just got to do a better job of coaching.
Jordan and Blake after being banged up on Saturday?
Well, Jordan's got with his throwing in, he had a contusion there on his wrist, which should be back for him. And Blake right now has got the ankles, so we just think that he's nursing, maybe a high ankle. But we'll see where we're going to be at the end of the week with them.
But Jordan can go.
Jordan he'll be able to go. We just got it. It's on his throwing hand, but he's tough enough, and he wants to go do it, so he'll be able to go get it done.
Coach, what's the locker room like? What's the mentality of your kids, or the attitude?
Well, we practiced yesterday, so they came out and they had a good practice, and they want to win, and it's like they're searching for answers, and they want answers. And once you watch that tape, then they can see it themselves. It's a total team effort. It wasn't just the offense. It just wasn't the defense or the kicking game. Everybody had a part in it. And so they knowing that, hey, we just got to make plays when we get an opportunity. They throw the ball up and they go up and catch it. Then we have a chance to go make some catches, and we don't make those catches. We have to be able to run the football. We have to be able to protect the quarterback, but we can't give up the bomb on defense, and we got to tackle better. But they said, and then once you show them, and they look at the film, then they understand it, and they're not running away from it themselves. Because I told them yesterday, I said, guys, I take them over myself. And they say, no, coach, it's not just wasn't you. We were involved with it also.
How does Jordan feel? He seems like a cool, unflappable kid. This was his first pickup, if you will, as a collegiate.
Yeah, the thing about him is he doesn't get down on much, and he's one of those guys that can bounce back. And yeah, you're right. And it's with him, it's just getting back out there and going to work and just making sure that he can place the ball where he needs to place it. And he's willing to learn. Smart young man who can learn it, and so we'll be okay with him because he'll be able to bounce back.
Coach, now you've had a chance to take a look at the film, and you've had a chance to really let the game settle in. What problems do you see with the offensive line?
Well, it's a matter. You got 5 guys there that have played a lot. You have 2 seniors that have really started a lot of ball. And it's more of you got to be balanced. And when you're not balanced, then it makes it tough on our offensive line because you got to be able to run the ball and throw the football. And so if we can't protect the quarterback, so if we can't run the ball, which is not going to allow us to protect the quarterback, because now you allow guys to put their hand down and run off the football and go hit the quarterback. So we got to be able to establish both. And once we get it balanced, then it's going to help our offensive line up. But it's more of us opening holes where we can run it, and then when we do drop back to throw it, we can protect the quarterback.
It looked like you only had one backup offensive lineman. Hoppel went in for a little bit the other day. And then you thought maybe just giving some other guys a chance, shaking it up there?
Well, just shake it up some because Blanchard is a freshman that can play some, and he's a big kid, big guy that can move and has a lot of ability. So you have some guys. Usually you have about 5 to 7 offensive linemen, and you're right with Hoppel and Blanchard will give us a 7. So you get your little rotation there when you really need it, and then be able to give those guys a rest.
Initial thoughts on UConn? I know they look differently at quarterback this year.
Well, they look different in quarterback, and plus they have a really good running back. And if they were able to move the ball some against Central Florida, but they just turned it over. Central Florida got some good turnovers against them, but we're on the road up there, and we're going to have to go play well because they play good at home. And so we expect that we gotta have our best and be ready to go.
Coach, I think you're averaging more than 80 penalty yards a game. Is that a discipline issue?
Well, I look at it, and I just I look at it in our conference. I think Navy is like at 14, and then I think Houston is at like 17. But everyone else in our conference is upper in penalty yardage, and sometimes I don't ever want to blame the officiating, but it's like everything else. A lot of those guys are trying to move up. And so we get thrown a lot of flags in this conference, and that's what we got to look at and take a look at. Because even you look at that game on Saturday, we get a horse collar, then we get Blake pulls down. That's why his ankle's hurt right now, and an official said he let go. But a horse collar is a horse collar. Then they bust through free on on our quarterback. So what they did to him, Jordan, is they reached around and the guy hooked him behind the neck and slung him down. That should have been a horse collar. And then Blake slides and he gets his helmet knocked off. Stud still slides and he goes over the guy, and they call a personal foul on him. Blake slides and he gets his helmet knocked off. We don't get a call there. Not that I'm complaining about the officiating, but it's one of those where if we're going to officiate the game, let's make it, it's got to be even both ways. But even within this conference, that's what I was looking at, because I was like looking at where we were. Then I started looking at where everyone else is, and I mean we're all bunched up there together from Central Florida to us to Tulane. I mean they all stacked in there, and then you're sitting there like, I mean, come on, we got to take a look at this.
Now that you've had a chance to really digest the film, what did you say to Jordan? What was your assessment? Obviously, you had a rough time with it.
Well, Jordan, it's more he's got to release the ball, because the plays are there for him. He can't hold on to it. The one time he's going to throw the bubble to the outside, and the guy comes off the edge and hits him and sacks him. But it's gonna he's a redshirt freshman who's just starting his second game, so it's gonna come some time with him. And I think that the more he sit, the more looks that he get at it, he's just gonna grow and just gonna get better and better.
How critical is this game? I mean, I know every game is critical, but just considering where the program is, how critical is this one, not only for just the attitude, the morale of your team, but you and your staff? Well,
we gotta go play well. That's what every game, and I don't, like myself and the staff, we're not concerned. We know what we got to go get done. But we just know that it's like it's a conference game. We got to go play well in this game. Can't worry about what anyone else think. We know what we got to go get done and just get our team ready to go play.